my lovelies, welcome to Erica's Magical Projects. I'm Erica and I'm going to attempt to do some magical projects every month, and here is my tarot roundup for April. At the beginning of April I really wanted to do these 3 projects, but I had a little bit of a setback, so let's go through them and see how I did. The first project I did in April was to make this linen shirt. I followed a tutorial from Morgan Donna and I'm really happy with how it turned out. So the tarot card I'm going to give this is the 6 of Wands. Wands represent our world of work and our output, and I really felt that I worked quite hard on this. There was a lot of stitches and it took quite a lot of time, but when I'd finished it made me feel very victorious. This is a card of victory and it has a counterpart in the Major Arcana, but this Minor Arcana card talks about the everyday work that we do in our everyday lives and how sometimes something can go really right and make us feel quite victorious, and this shirt certainly has done that. I feel like I could really live in this kind of material. It's lightweight, it breathes beautifully, it's a natural fabric, and I'm absolutely desperate to make myself more of these. So that was a very successful project. The next project I took on was to make some mushroom pouches, and the eagle-eyed amongst you will have noticed that there was no video for that. I did actually film quite a lot, but I had quite a few technical disasters. You do not need to know all the ins and outs of what happened to me this April to make this project pretty unsuccessful. There was a point where I got a little bit disheartened about this project and about the technical difficulties that I was experiencing. But after a little while of faffing around and getting frustrated, I realised that I really had to put the whole project to bed and to not do it, to not do the video and to just let the whole thing go. There's a number of cards in the tarot pack which talk about disasters and things that go wrong, but I'm actually going to give this project the Death card because ultimately I decided it was a dead project. I wasn't going to do any more of it. And there was a peace and tranquility that descended when I realised that this project wasn't going anywhere and that I wasn't going to complete it this month. I did actually make a few of these mushroom pouches, but I think what I'll do is save the pattern video for later on in the year for autumn when it's more appropriate for mushrooms. So we'll just put that on the back burner. And sometimes Death card can release us from something. Death is a release. Just let it go, move on to the next thing, and we'll all be a lot happier. The next thing I did to bring more magic into my life this month was to try and perform the lesser banishing ritual of the pentagram every day. I did it most days, but not really every day, but it did make a significant difference in my life. I found that my magical perceptions have increased slightly, and I definitely am in a better mood this end of the month. I was in a bit of a stinker of a mood at the beginning of the month, and my mood has shifted and changed and really lightened. Now, I don't know whether it's because of this ritual, or because I had a holiday, or because I'm really sensitive to the sunlight, and as soon as the sun comes out I start feeling loads better, but I definitely have improved my mood from the beginning of the month to the end. So I'm going to give this project the Magician. I mean, it really is the card that needs to be given to the lesser banishing ritual of the pentagram. The woman who drew this card was almost certainly performing this ritual daily, as she was part of the Golden Dawn. Well, now the seasons have changed and it's time to take off my witch's hat and to put on my summer hat, because it is Beltane in a few days and the beginning of summer. And that's my first project. I'm going to complete another segment of my Wheel of the Year for Beltane, and I might even take you out to the fields with me to see what kind of larks I got up to. The next thing I really must do this month is to wash some yarn. My yarn is starting to pile up. It's all spun and beautiful, but it needs washing and drying in the sunshine, and I'm hoping for another month of beautiful sun. And then the little crochet project I'm going to be doing this month is making some toys. I'm going to be trawling the internet and looking for a pattern that somebody else has made. I'm going to be making some crochet toys so that I can have a little stall in June. So those are my 3 magical projects for May. I hope you'll join me. Thank you for joining me for this video. And remember, everything handmade is magical.